There we go. Beautiful. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. This is the place, ma'am. That'll be 5 liras, please. After a long trip, I had finally arrived at my destination. There was no doubt that I had been summoned here due to my extensive knowledge of the mystic arts. After all, I am the next in line in a family of occult researchers. Okay, let me just move my camera a wee little bit. Okay, beautiful. A wee tad little weeny what bit? Huh? Excuse me? One sec. Excuse me. All right. Beautiful. Incredible. Revolutionary. I don't think this is on Twitch yet. Nope, it is not. Unfortunate. It's okay. I can go under games and demos because it is a demo, so it makes sense. The murder mystery? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Is this to save? Yes. I love the interface. Thank you. Here's your fare. Have a good day. You too, ma'am. Your belongings will be delivered straight to your hotel. Did the butler do it? No, he did not. Thank you. The taxi leaves me outside the police station. I found myself a little uneasy for some reason, a feeling that told me that I was getting into something bigger than just an investigation. I blamed it on nerves, figuring it was probably because this was the first time I had been summoned specifically due to my occult expertise. I'm just overthinking it. I've spent my life researching these things, so this should be a walk in the park. I should stop worrying and knock on the door. Sometimes you need to interact with the environment. Try clicking on the door. Okay. I knock on the door. Soon enough, I was greeted by a friendly-looking policeman, but he also looked very tired. Oh, shit. Okay, let me reload because I skipped by accident. You must be Miss Relay. I'm probably butchering her name. I'm so sorry. Yes, that's me. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Anduin, the chief investigator here. I am pleased to meet you as well. I must admit, I was beginning to worry. Because of the weather recently, there have been several unpleasant incidents on the road. I hope you weren't too detained by the rain. Sort of, but to be honest, I slept most of the way here. But it seems like it was raining a lot as most of my clothing got soaked. It's nothing. Clothes can always be dried. The important thing is that you are here safe and sound. Shall we go upstairs to my office? Sure. The art style for this game is so fucking pretty. Like, I'm sorry. I know I said I would curse less, But I cussed for emphasis, okay? Please understand. I hope you don't mind if we start discussing the case right away. I don't have much time today, unfortunately. That's fine. I also would like to return to my family's tower as quickly as possible. So I take it you've taken the time to make yourself familiar with the case. Yes, I received your report and read it before leaving. After the discovery that a forbidden ritual was performed, you detained 2 suspects. The ritual itself is similar to rituals used to call entities in realms beyond our own. This also resulted in a powerful release of energy, which is what led authorities to the site of the ritual. Concerning the entity, we don't know what was called, nor for what purpose. All we really do know is that someone was summoning something. From the information given to me, my hypothesis is that they tried to call this entity but failed. Isn't that a little too simple? I always move from simple to complex, as it often saves time and effort, especially in the course of my new study into rituals. Most accidents during them are made due to mistakes and sheer inexperience. Perhaps you're right. I want you to study the crime scene and hopefully come to a conclusion. What would you like me to look for specifically? The true purpose of the ritual would be a great start. We learn the goal, then understand the motive. If it's possible, evidence of the involvement of one of the suspects would help end this case sooner. I will do everything in my power as quickly as possible then. No need to rush. I understand you have your own business, and I would not have called you if our department's leading ritualist hadn't already left to another city. You were the closest specialist with the proper level of knowledge. If the Inquisition hadn't been going too far with prohibitions, there wouldn't be problems with finding specialists. The Inquisition tries to prevent consequences that harm people, and they are just as interested by the forbidden mysteries. Many people secretly study and use rituals, but always make amateurish mistakes due to their lack of knowledge. Anduin signs, but I am firm on my standpoint. In any case, the Inquisitional Department recommended you for this case. Well, that was certainly news to me. Oh, well, let's not get too off track from the investigation at hand. Tell me, Chief Investigator, what about the suspects? Has it been that hard to gain information from them? And there are some difficulties concerning them. You will have the same problem, sadly. What is it? Who actually, and more than one person, advocates. As soon as they become involved in the investigation, the suspects suddenly refuse to cooperate. Both are now steadily claiming innocence, and that obviously can't be the case. One of them has to be guilty. Conflict of factions? Yes, we suspect both the Druids and the Necromancers. As their factions are now actively involved in the investigation, there's a possibility that this case might be used as part of a faction political game. For a trial, I will need maximum evidence of the guilt of one of them, so for now, concentrate on the ritual. Got it. I will start breaking down the exact components of the ritual tomorrow. There is one more detail you should know, Miss Relay. Using an amendment to the code, the advocates are actively intervening in the investigation. They will be following your work. How did this loophole even happen? Justice has its problems, I'm afraid. In fact, advocates should act only as observers, but in practice, you'll see. Anduin opens the door to reveal a small room with 2 men sitting inside who get up and exit the room to stand on either side of Anduin. These men are the These men are the advocates for each of our suspects. I'll leave it to your expertise to figure out which one is lying. He gives me a pat on the back and cracks a joke before he leaves the room. They're both a major pain in the ass, so I wish you good luck. You'll need it. Oh, great. I loaded the game. Okay, I'm stupid. Please, just don't pay attention to me. I apologize. I loaded the game when I meant to save. Whoopsie. Big oopsie. I'm tired, boys. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Is this the save button? Or is this the load? This is the load. This is the save. Okay. As the door closes behind me, I return my gaze up to the 2 men remaining in the room. The druid seemed a lot friendlier than the necromancer. Then again, that tends to be the case given their very different practices. Hey, I'm Shan Array, and you must be the maiden of the mystical tower. It is a pleasure to make the acquaintance of such a wonderful and one-of-a-kind individual. Are you done sucking up to her to get on her on your side of the case? A woman of her status isn't like the feather-brained idiots you're used to associating yourself with. She's not going to fall for your simple tricks. Tricks? I'm being completely honest with her. Besides, I thought it was your kind that valued the ability to deceive. Necromancer ignores the comment and walks up to me, holding his hand out as if to challenge the druid who was doing the same. The name's Kalaseth, and I won't try to be forceful or anything. I'm here to get to the truth, as I'm sure an esteemed woman such as yourself is also here for. The two men stand before me with their hands extended, and realistically, I can't shake them both at the same time. Where's the shake neither of their hands? The fuck? I forget which one's which. You are wise to not trust a shady man like Kalaseth. Shady? Is that the word druids use to feel better about being in that frail circle nowadays? I think this conflict was unavoidable no matter whose hand I shook first. Anyway, don't you think it's a little odd that this ritual conveniently happened in a forest which the druids have been desperately trying to preserve for a while now? Perhaps in tampering with powers their feeble minds can't understand, an accident happened and an entity was summoned. What work would a necromancer have in there anyway? The part about us wanting to preserve that forest is true, but why would we dabble in your depraved magics? I would rather see that forest burn to ash than have it be corrupted by your filthy ways. What work would a necromancer have in there? Who knows? Who knows what even goes through your heads in order to take up your insane practice in the first place? All I know is that it's out of the question that one of us would involve themselves in an entity summoning ritual. That's cute. I felt like this was the point where I would have to intervene, since these two would likely get into a fist fight soon if they kept going the way they were. Alright, listen up you two. It was a long ride to get here, and frankly, I've developed a headache from being in the same room with you two, and it's barely been 3 minutes. If you two don't cooperate with me, I can just write a paper and accuse both of your clients, and that'll be the end of it. The two men fall silent. Shinrei seems more apologetic, while Kalaseth seems more indignant. I calmed the tone of my voice. I've had quite a long day, and the trip to get here has left me exhausted. We're up in arms at the moment, and nothing good can come of this. I'm going back to my hotel room to rest, and you two should also rest. I'll read up on the case details one more time, and tomorrow I'll meet both of you separately so we can work without bickering. Think about the defense you want to present to me, and come prepared to argue your side's innocence. Let's work together to solve this as fast as possible, please? Of course. Understood. As I shut the door behind me, it only took me a few steps before they began yelling at one another again. Good thing I suggested to meet individually tomorrow. No way these two can handle conversing together calmly. That's a druid and a necromancer for you, eternal enemies, refusing to help the other until the bitter end. Good evening, miss. How can I help you? Good evening. My name is Relay Everett, and I booked a room. Here are the papers and my documents. Did my luggage arrive safely? Why was he looking at my papers for so long? I was getting a little nervous the longer he expected them, when finally he looked back up at me. Miss Relay, I must apologize, but have you checked your papers? You were very late to check in. You did read the rules, didn't you? Without prepayment, we can't reserve the room for you. What? Are you serious? I'm late until the evening and you deny to check me into my room? Miss Relay, we've been waiting for you for a few days. I do not understand. And I'm sure I ordered it for today. How could I get stuck in a time anomaly? I calculated everything to get here today. Maybe there's an error on your end. Please check again. Of course, Miss Relay. Don't worry, we will handle this. This is some kind of misunderstanding. How can it be that I made a mistake? What's wrong with me? I'll have to spend the night in a box because of my apparent absent-mindedness. I see the manager is discussing something with another employee. He looks displeased, but there is a hope that this is their mistake. Oh, he's coming over here. Come on, Relay, turn on your charm. Ahem. Excuse me, Miss Relay, the date is clearly written in the reservation journal. Is there anything I can do? In any case, your reservation has been cancelled and we can't give you that room. We will provide you with another room, although you will have to wait a little bit. Thank you. This is wonderful news. I don't really want to search for another hotel in the middle of the night. Don't worry, miss. That won't need to happen. Our hotel has impeccable reputation, and hopefully soon you will be convinced of this. Enjoy your vacation. Thank you again. It had been a bit of a wait, but I was pleasantly surprised to find that my compensation was a room bigger than the one I had booked before I arrived in the city. I like that you can interact with certain stuff. That's so cool. This artwork is gorgeous. Damn, this place is much bigger than I expected. It's even got a double bed. All the more for me, I guess. Either way, I don't plan on staying in these fancy clothes any longer than I have to. I heave a sigh of relief as I lay down to relax on my bed. After a long and tiresome day, the bed feels like heaven. My bed back at home was never this comfortable. I could just go to sleep as I am right now. Seriously, right when I find myself in the perfect position to sleep, someone's knocking at the door. Maybe if I just ignore them, they'll go away. The knocking sounds urgent, but that doesn't stop me from being frustrated. Without thinking, I get up and storm towards the door in my underwear, determined to put an end to this knocking so that I can go to sleep. I open the door to see Shan Rei waiting for me outside. His face turns bright red, and I realize that perhaps opening the door in my underwear wasn't the best idea. Either way, I have to play this off. If I act embarrassed, it'll only make the situation worse. Hey, Shan Rei, right? Don't worry about it. Anything I can do for you? Nothing, I'm just here to apologize for my rash behavior at the meeting today. I guess I was just a little overcome with emotion, and I know that sometimes necromancers are known to manipulate those who are unsuspecting, so I was a little on edge. It isn't very fitting for a druid to let himself be overwhelmed by emotions like that. After all, patience is a virtue we value in our circle. I came here to offer a sincere apology and mend any damages to the fresh bond that forming between us. An awfully eloquent apology for a rather understandable offense. I never even held a grudge against him in the first place for it. It's just the way their different cultures get when they're around each other. I appreciate the apology, Shan Rei, but you didn't need to come all the way here just for that, you know. I know, but it's important that I fix this as early as possible. A bond is most fragile in its early stages, and I would hate for this to leave a permanent scar on our relationship. Either way, we completely forgot to discuss who you'll see first tomorrow. Have you made up your mind yet? I'll be seeing you first. I'm very happy to hear that. Well, I'll just drop by tomorrow morning then. May your sleep rejuvenate you. Yours too. See you tomorrow. I closed the door behind me and I paused to think. Was I really so angry sounding that he felt it necessary to come all the way to my hotel to apologize? Come to think of it, how did he even find my room number and know which hotel I was staying at? I wondered if he had any ulterior motive in coming here. It really is overkill to come all this way, wasn't it? As I stood there thinking, the door knocked once again. Did Shan Rei forget to tell me something? I open the door and I find Kaliseth is waiting outside instead of Shan Rei, and I'm still in my underwear. If I thought Shan Rei had gone red, Kaliseth is something else. He can't even bring himself to speak. I quickly look down at my toes, my face going red as well. I'm going to have to play this off even better than I did last time. Think, Relay, make a joke or something, laugh it off. Oh, silly me. I opened the door in my underwear. Wait, what? Damn it. Did I sound too inviting with that? I look up again to see that he turned his head away so he wasn't looking at me directly. It's fine. I was just here to say sorry. For the meeting? Yeah, I just had my client's interests in mind and yours too, you know. It would be terrible for your family's reputation if you gave a wrong accusation on a case. It's strangely adorable how flustered he is right now. Honey, you are half naked. That's all I wanted to say anyway, and I also wanted to know who you will be meeting with first tomorrow. I'll be seeing Shan Rei first. At this, he finally faces me properly. Right, he did look overly smug when I saw him. By the way, don't drink any funny-looking potions he gives you, okay? I won't. You just work hard to make the strongest case possible tomorrow afternoon, and I'll be fine. Good. Well then, I bid you farewell. With that, Kaliseth made his way to the stairs, and I shut the door behind me and returned to my bed. They both definitely behave differently when they're alone, or maybe it was the fact I was half naked. I didn't even mean to open the door in my underwear anyway. I just wasn't thinking straight because I was angry my sleep got disturbed. In retrospect, that was a lot more immature of me than I originally thought. Guess I'm not the only one who got a little overwhelmed with emotion today. Hopefully I wasn't too provocative. Then again, they're both kind of cute. Oh, stop it, Relay. You're here for a job, not to find a boyfriend. If I keep thinking about this, I won't be getting sleep tonight. It's best that I just go to sleep now. 1 cute droid, 2 cute necromancers. Oh my god. Sis. That was the demo! Poggers! I don't think there's gonna be female like romances. I'm guessing it's just gonna be male between these two characters, I'm assuming. Okay, that was cute. I really like the art style. It's really pretty. It's really, really pretty, and I like that you can interact with certain stuff as well. That's dope. That's very dope. That was like 20 minutes or something like that. It was really quick. That's a demo. It was a demo. It wasn't a game. Gonna be done with entire Steam library by 2070. Oh my god.